Hi class, Dr. Cox here, and you may have seen in the syllabus that you're going to be expected to type, to word process your assignments for this class. There's no better class, I think, than a discrete mathematics class to learn how to do that, and no better time than when we're doing so much online stuff anyway. In the end, it takes a little bit of, it's a learning curve. It's going to take a little bit to get up to speed and figure out where to find things. But in the end, I believe you're going to find it a lot easier to word process your assignments. It's easier to fix mistakes. If you've got sort of the same type expression over and over again, there's a lot of time saved with the copy and paste. So I think you'll like it once you get used to it. Okay, how do we type stuff in Word? Well, if you want to insert equation, so to speak, it's just any kind of mathematical expression. The way to do that is with alt equals. So that's really one of the keys to remember. So if I do go ahead and hit alt equal right now, hold them down at the same, well, hit alt and then hold it down and type equals, then you're going to get an equation like this. And from here, you can type anything normally, and let's say we want to put the Pythagorean identity in here, so we get a squared plus b squared. Now notice I'm using the caret to get my exponents, which doesn't look very nice at first, but as I continue on, it's going to turn those into nice looking superscripts. One way to do that is just to continue typing. Another way is if you hit the space bar. So when I initially type it, I get c squared like that, but if I hit space bar, the 2 turns into a superscript. Okay, so that's how to do something basic like that. I should mention there are sort of 2 formats that equations come in. The previous one I did here, when it's right in with that text, this is called an inline equation. If I hit alt equals on a new line, on a blank line, then I'm going to get a typeset equation that's centered and so forth, and some of the symbols will be a little bigger and positioned a little differently with respect to each other. Okay, well, so let's try something logic-y. Let's say I want to do P and Q or R, where P and Q is going to be in parentheses, so I can hit P here. Now for and, I want to use my conjunction symbol, and you do have a smorgasbord of symbols up here towards the top. Now for this, let's see, we don't see that conjunction symbol there, and even if I bring down the fuller list here, I still don't see it. That's okay, never fear, because this is actually just one subset of the many that you have available. And you would if you're just starting this, you'd have the basic math palette up, and I don't see it there either. I do see things like union and intersection, empty set. Those will certainly come in handy later. But what we're looking for is a logic operator, so I'm going to go to my operators menu, and then here, there's the conjunction. Okay, so P and Q. Now I want to do or R, or I need a disjunction symbol if I'm doing inclusive or, and there it is. Okay, so there's my disjunction, and there we go. Oh, I was going to do R there, P and Q or R. There are keyboard shortcuts for many of these things. You kind of pick those up as you go along, and then you don't have to go searching through the menus every time. One really nice shortcut is for our conditional implication. Let's say we want to have this imply S now. If you just hit a dash and then a greater than, you'll see that right away there that turned into the conditional implication symbol. And then I better put my S in there. Okay, what if I wanted to, let's get to a separate line now. What if and put in a new equation. What if I wanted to do an if and only if here? Well, for that we're not going to see on this list, are we? I don't think so. And if you don't see it there, that's fine. It's on one of the other lists. Sometimes you got to search through a little bit. But an if and only if symbol is our double-sided arrow. And so I'm going to look on the arrows list, and there it is. So A, if and only if B, I could write like that. Let's see, what else? Okay, I better put in a new equation now, and let's make this one inline just for fun. Okay, we've got a bunch of symbols over here that we can put in. Let's see what might we want to do here. We might want to do a radical at some point. This is really a good way to do radicals, and they took a while to load in, but that's fine. Let's say I wanted to do a square root. Okay, square root, I can go here, and then if I backspace into, see, if I don't backspace, it's going to be outside the radicand. But if I go back into here, now I can do square root of, you know, x plus y or something like that. Oh, and if I wanted to do some other stuff outside of the square root now, if I just keep typing, it's going to come in under the square root. So what I have to do is hit my right arrow to get out of that, and now I can do continue on my merry way outside of the radicand. Maybe one other thing to show you is just if you're doing fractions. Let's say we wanted to do p plus q over r plus s. Okay, if I just start typing p plus q over r plus s, you see that's not coming out the way I wanted it, right? I want p plus q in the numerator, r plus s in the denominator. And so the way you handle that is just like you always do when you're trying to make sure operations occur in the right order, and that's you use parentheses. So I'm going to do p plus q over r plus s. See, I didn't put my parentheses. And now I should have put r plus s in parentheses, but now I can go in after the fact here. I should be able to, yeah, and add plus s into the denominator. But parentheses are key to getting things to come in the way you want them sometimes. Okay, well, let me know if you got any questions about typesetting mathematics. Again, it takes a while to find things, but I think you'll, with a little fiddling around, you'll experiment and get it to all work out. All right, that's it for this time.